The trouble is, there's always some next-door neighbour ready to shatter the peace and quiet with his mower. I knew it had happened one day, you arriving at Chelsea Flower Show in an invalid carriage. Well, there's no need to think you're stepping onto my posh patio here in your muddy boots, because what I've got for you is this. I thought at first it was a barbecued hedgehog on a spit. They tell me it's in fact a boot cleaner, and my wife would love one of these because I keep mucking the lino up in the kitchen.
Oh, well, I have just the thing for you, actually. I know that you don't know how to water your house plants, so we have these new little labels, and you just push that very carefully into the container, like that. Okay, and then this little can, very clever actually, it doesn't drip, you know, you can just give them a really good watering. When it has enough water, then the label turns green. Whilst that's just soaking, I'll just tell you that you can also pop one of these pellets in and it kills all the insects and feeds, you know, so you've got the watering, the feeding and the insects killed.
My houseplants have to thrive on neglect. It's the one outside that I'm worried about, and I find that the insects, of course, always beat me to it. And then there's that fiddly job of putting the insecticide in the can and sorting it out. This will really help me on that. It's a diluter for feeds, yes, but also insecticides. You can put the insecticide in here, adjust these various nozzles, your hose pipe goes in here, and you squirt your hose and it dilutes the insecticide onto your plants as you spray.
Just like a carburettor?
Absolutely the same.
Well,
I don't understand cars.
Well, if you wanted a bit of watering after all that rain, it's a very good leaflet here which tells you about the pressure from the tap and the sort of nozzles you want, okay? And this is a recently introduced sprinkler. It rotates in that direction and the nozzles rotate, and you can adjust so the droplet size changes. Big droplets to cover a big area and small droplets for a much finer area.
Well, it's the area that always worries me when I'm watering, because I always seem to have a shape to do that no sprayer will fit. And this one is right up my street. It's got a dial on it that you simply spin round and the water comes in here. But these different shapes here, the shapes it will spray. So you can find there a shape for every single area you've got. But when you get water, of course, you get slugs, and there's this big argument: do you use slug pellets or does it kill the thrushes and hedgehogs when they eat the poison slugs? Well, I'm going to try this year and see if it works. Slug tape, you can actually put a barrier of this, like a little fence, around plants you want to protect, and they're supposed to die when they've nibbled the brown paper. No dog would eat that. And if you've got slugs on your spuds, these little slug pads, if you bury one with a seed potato, then the slugs are supposed to eat that and not your spud.
Well, I'm not one for, you know, cables on electric hedge trimmers, but this battery charge machine is marvellous. And the beauty of this is that if you have those little box edgings, you know, it cuts a very nice straight sort of edge, and it'll cut for about half an hour at each charge.
Well, that's pretty good, but on that ride-on mower, you'd really need the same kind of thing that reached those pieces of the lawn that you can't reach on that. And this thing here is a little tiny trimmer for next to the trees. It sounds like a parrot to me.
Touch of class, you know, a real souvenir of your visit to the Chelsea Flower Show, the Chelsea plate. Going to cost you about £45, but if you live to be 100, could be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, well, I can't do anything as classy as that, so I'll stick outside with the drain pipes. I've got loads of them around my house, and I want to brighten them up. Look what I found. It looks as though it's a lorgnette for large-eyed people. It's not. Here you are. You get two little black flower pots. Once you've strapped this to your drain pipe, and you can sit little plants in them to brighten up your drains.
OK, well, herbs, quite a feature of this year's show, and there's a very nice leaflet you can buy for about 60p, tells you how to design the garden and then all the different ways that you use the herbs. I thought that was rather nice.
I'll go one more. Upmark it on you with that one, certainly, because I think this is a treat. English herb gardens. Beautiful bit of inspiration if you're thinking of making one. Lots of colour pictures in there to fill you with joy.
Well, and these wildflowers, you know, all the rage. Beautiful book too on those.
If you keep mowing, you won't get any wildflowers left.